The Hawkeyes will kick it away first. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Minnesota's offense will have the opening possession of the game. You don't get many chances to really stick it to a rival, but the Gophers did last year, blowing out the Hawkeyes.
Blew them out last year, and I think you want to continue to build on that tradition, build on your brand. The Gophers brand is on the up, and now you got these rivalry games to continue to prove it time and time again.
And remember, these two schools, Minnesota and Iowa, they recruit against each other, and they recruit similar type play.
He's going to take a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw, it's Orji. It's complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. The Hawkeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. Great place to start for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they...
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a minute just to think about Minnesota. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal, but don't sleep. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Here's the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Snyder. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll try the left side. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. This rivalry between Iowa and Minnesota even... Floyd of Rosedale goes all the way back to 1891, guys.
Crazy to think about a rivalry going that far, and it's...
Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! First score of the game goes up.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got him downfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Might be looking to run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, it's Orji. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss. And
going for it all. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends.
Oh, what vision! There he goes! They won't get him! It's a touchdown! Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Orji. Got it in the middle, it's Kane. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Got his man downfield. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. First down. Caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes, just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gonna look downfield again. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in there.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Hawkeye. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively,
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Iowa! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Gets it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Orji. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. From from the shotgun, the handoff to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
This time he's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Hawkeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. They'll try to get him on the fake. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell.
Fires toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught over the middle. It's Snyder. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. He's piled up 65 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Touch pass on the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. And the Hawkeyes have taken it inside the 20. Pressure coming. Fakes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye! They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Scanning the field, it's Orji. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Makes the catch at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Crosses the 45. There he goes! And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Quick release on the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly. And
Touchdown, Iowa! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Orji. He'll try to do it himself. Looking for room at the 25. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Motion from the wideout. To the ground with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Snyder. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. So the final period starts with a second down play. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Here we go, here we go.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks.
But they're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to run for it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Base 27, John. Base 27, John.
Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Pitt is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. They've got to be loving this in a Steel City. They're up by 39 over Virginia. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. That's caught. It's Snyder. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He's looking to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Breaks into the open. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Hawkeyes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Makes the catch. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Iowa has added a little port to this lead, and the Hawkeyes are getting closer to capturing Floyd of Rosedale.
Iowa has been dominant on both sides of the ball in this one, offensively and defensively, just doing what they want to do. They've got their foot down on Minnesota's throats right now, David. They're looking to end this thing.
They're Iowa, right? No matter the moment, no matter the stage, the rivalry, the trophy, they are who they are. And now Minnesota in a tough spot against a historically good defense year in and year out with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Military stunt.
Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They boot it away on 4th down. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the air on 1st down. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Holds it in on the left. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Wants to throw on first down. On the run, deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Snap in the shotgun. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but...
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
He'll bring it out. It's Duarte. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Well, this offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Going to swing it on second down. Here's the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want.